Your memory hums in the wires, flickering ghosts and quiet choirs. You carved your promise into flame. Now every spark still speaks your name. I trace the silence where you stood, a holy lie misunderstood. You built a heaven made of glass and watched it shatter as I passed. You were my cathedral, now you're just the echo. Pressure to feedback, love in the shadow. You burned the altar, left no sign. I still kneel to the fault in time. Your touch was static on my skin, a coated storm I let you in. Every sigh became a sin, every truth wore porcelain. You left your echoes in my veins, sweet distortion, holy pain. The light we built began to fade, in the darkness softly played. You were my cathedral, now you're just the echo. Pressure to feedback, love in the shadow. You burned the altar, left no sign. I still kneel to the fault in time. I tried to find the sound of peace, but you're the note that never ceased. Your voice a pulse beneath my skin, a sacred ghost that draws me in. In every light I see your face, in every breath your empty grace. You said eternity was kind, but you rewired my fragile mind. Now I walk where angels fall, through broken glass and mirrored walls. The silence hums a holy call, and I still hear your shadow crawl. You came in like heaven dressed in sin, whispered promises on poison wind. Your touch was sugar, your eyes were flame. Now every memory just screams your name. I built a kingdom on your lies, now it's burning down before my eyes. You I take you, pull me back. You painted love in shades of pain. Now I wear your ghost inside my veins. The truth cut deep, but I can't bleed. You took my soul and planted greed. You said I'd never be alone. You were right, you won't let me go. You used to be my lover, now you're just a demon. Whispering my name like a curse, I'm still believing. I gave you all my trust, you left it in the dust. You used to be my lover, now you're just a demon. I can't tell what's real anymore. You're scratching at my bedroom door. Your voice in static, sweet and low. You'll never leave me. I know. I know. Oh, you wear my scars like trophies. Your love was holy, but only briefly. Now I'm the sinner you created. Our paradise desecrated. You used to be my lover, now you're just a demon. Dancing through my nightmares, smiling while I'm screaming. I gave you all my heart, you tore it all apart. You used to be my lover, now you're just a demon. You used to be my lover, now you're just a demon. You used to be my heaven, now you're my hell.
Hello and welcome to a live stream. We're going to be playing Food Processing Simulator. I do want to give a quick shout out to Bewelba Studios. I do apologise if I have butchered your name. But I do appreciate you offering the key for me to do an early access view. I will go over the information that I have in front of me. Also, if you want to wish list the game, the link to the game is in the description. It will be releasing, according to Steam. The game will release in approximately 11 hours. So, get it on your Steam library and ready for its release. It's going to be released on the 18th of December 2025, but that is, I don't know what time, so it'll be releasing tomorrow at some point in 11 hours. So, Food Processing Simulator. Step into the world of food production and grow your own processing facility from the ground up. Begin with a modest workshop, install machines to automate your workflow, and expand your factory into a fully functioning production line. Automation. Set up and connect machines to handle different stages of production. Design your workflow, fine-tune your layout, and watch as your facility transforms into a smooth-running automated system. Factory expansion. Upgrade equipment, unlock new technologies, and expand your space. To take on larger orders, every expansion opens new opportunities to scale your business and push your production further. Inventory management. Keep track of raw ingredients, store products, and shipping schedules. Smart inventory management ensures smooth operations and helps you deliver every order on time. From a small workshop to a large-scale production empire, every decision shapes your path, whether you focus on efficiency, growth, or balance in building the ultimate food processing factory. So that is the game overview. As you can see, I have already loaded into the game, so I haven't actually played the... Excuse me, I haven't played the game yet. What you're seeing on the stream is literally I've just launched the game from my desktop. So, what I might do is, whoops. Normally I don't have my webcam on, but I'm thinking, if I have my webcam on, it will be a bit, that'll be slightly different. Now, I am going to minimize the game just for a second, because I need to load something. There we go. I don't know what the game's doing. I think it thinks I've pressed start. Well, we've loaded into the game while I was tabbed out the game, so that's easy. Let me sort this out. I know I should have had it all ready before starting the stream, but no, yes. So I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna turn the light on because it's a bit dark. There we go. Now there is going to be a splash thingy mabob on it. So let me get the camera input. We need the video camera. Where is it? Video capture device. Is it video capture device? Yeah. Okay. So it is going to be huge. So I'm going to shrink it down where it's not going to be too much in the way. Yes, it's going to say prism lens on the bottom of my webcam. That's because I don't have the Pro feature to get rid of the watermark. So, but that won't be an issue as long as if you can see me playing the game. So, like I said, while I was tabbed out the game, I must have done something for it to launch the game. So there is another video or stream I'm going to be doing, and it's for Mall Simulator. I recently got offered a key for that as well, so that'll be something else I'll be covering. It's very rare I get a key sent from the developers or the publishers. But again, I want to say a massive thank you to the Bellwober studio. I not very good with names, but it's a mention on their behalf. Also, the game releases tomorrow, so it is approximately releasing in 11 hours. So in the description of this stream, you'll find the link to the game. Click on that and have it loaded up ready for your Steam library. So when it releases, bang on the dot of whatever time they've set it to, you will be able to play it on the release date, which is tomorrow. Don't know what time, it's just tomorrow, 18th of December tomorrow. Okay. So I'm loading back into the game here. Let's go to full screen. I might bring the webcam up a little bit bigger. If it overlaps anything, I'll move my camera somewhere else. Okay. So what do we need to do? Buy and install starter machine as starting machine position. So we need starter, slicer, straight conveyor belts. 2 straight conveyor belts. Right, so let's go here. So machines, add to cart. What was the other thing we needed? Slicer. Slicing machine. I think the game audio is working. I'm not quite sure. 2 conveyor belts. So we've got the starter machine, the vegetable slicer, and the conveyor belt. 2 of those. Right. Where's the? There it is. Rotate. We need a straight conveyor. Going that way. Then we need the vegetable slicer machine. So that's the in out and the failed. And then we add another conveyor belt at the end here. Accept the box of lettuce into the starter machine. Pack 6 lettuce from the vegetable slicer machine into a box. So you can change the processing speed, you can turn it on, off, and you also have your processing log for this machine in particular. Then you've got a battery status and a machine condition. So I'm assuming over time, when the machine's being used, the condition will just get lower, and when it gets lower, it's not going to be as efficient. So I'll probably leave it on medium for now. Obviously, we have a failed output, so I'm assuming if there's like bad lettuce or something, the machine will just spit it out, saying, nope, I don't want to cut that. Useless. So, project, they want 6 lettuces. We need 6, and then we need to load it up onto the machine. I was like clicking to constantly put it on, but you don't need to do that. You literally just left mouse click and it does it automatically. I'm used to games where you have to constantly press the left mouse button to stock something. So we'll let these load in. And then we've got to pack the 6 and then ship it to the customer that wanted some chopped lettuces. Lettuce. So let's do that. Right. Poppycock. Take a box first. I'm assuming we can pick up a box from here. Yes. No, don't throw it on the lettuce. Right, that's 6. Put a box of sliced lettuce into the delivery truck. Load the box. Talk to this chap. He's off to go and deliver it. Like so. How do we... Yep. Can we... Is there a... there's a drop mode. Your commodities are delivered. Claim the payment via tablet before taking a new one. Can we not... Yeah, we can do that. Let's just clean up the floor a little bit here. Like so. Right. That's the lettuce. Now we go to the tablet and claim. We need a vegetable washer. So we need a vegetable washer, a drying machine, packaging machine, and a package labeling machine. And a box packer. So that's all. That's everything you need. Now. So it's the vegetable washer first. Vegetable washer. The dryer. dryer, packing. We go that way. Oh. Hang on, did I play something wrong? Yeah, so that's not meant to be just yet. It's meant to be this. Like that. And then the packaging labeling machine. Like that. And then the box packer. At the end here. Right, there we go. Buy and restock 1 box of thin wall bowl into packaging machine. Thin bowl. Let's go with, because I know we're going to need 60. So let's try 70. Restock 1 box of lettuce salad label into packaging labeling machine. So again, we'll get 70 of those because the next one is the customer will want 60. They'll want no. How do I that's the packaging labeling machine. Right, that's the employee settings. We haven't got an employee yet. What am I holding? I'm holding a lettuce label. How do we excuse me? There we go. Labeling. So I bought 70 of these because the next contract would require 60 lettuce. So we'll load up the. I don't know what the max amount you can have in a machine. Don't know if you can have the full X70 into the label machine. Go. Just load all of these up. So I was going to see if you could carry multiple boxes, but when you pick up another box, it drops the other box. Where you're picking up the other box from. So we've got that. We're going to put all these labels in. Because if we are using 6 labels, it should be 60 left. If not, that's okay. We've got plenty, and we can just restock if we need to. So at the moment I am putting there's 78 in there altogether now. Right, these are all spares. These are spare labels. Let's pick you up. Right, that goes in here. Because I know we'll need to get 60 lettuces after this contract. Well, at the moment we're playing a tutorial. If you just joined the stream, welcome. please like and subscribe. You can find the link to the game in the description below, which will release tomorrow. This game released tomorrow in approximately 11 hours. So grab the game ready for its release. And again, I want to thank... I'm going to end up butchering the name again. Bewolba Studios for giving me the chance to showcase this the day before release. So I'm just loading up the thin wall bowls at the moment. Again, if we've got extra items, it's fine, because we can use it again, and we can use them to restock later on. If also, if you do end up throwing an empty box away, you can come here and you can pick up a commodity box from this location. Because when I was when I did it, I threw all of the lettuce boxes, all the empty lettuce boxes away, and then I thought, I needed a box, and then I just so happened to come over and take a box from here. So if you do throw your boxes away by mistake, don't worry about it. You can grab it you can grab it from this location here. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually cost you anything to grab a box from here. That could change. Hopefully not, because it makes it a bit more easier then. So buy and deploy 1 box of lettuce into the starter machine. So we need to get lettuce again. So this lady wants 6. So I'll accept that. Supplies. I think a box contains 6 lettuces. So a box has 6 lettuce in it. No, that is the wrong thing I put in there. These are already cut. Yeah, this is what will happen. I would have. So it says, I should have looked at the labels, because it said sliced. These are not sliced because they don't have a label. So is the game still going to allow that? If not, I can rebox the ones that I've already pre-cut back into one of the boxes. Where did I put that box that was empty? Was it this box? No, that's labels. I think I threw that box away, so I'm going to take one of these because we're going to need it. So that's that done. This is now, so processing log, succeeded to process lettuce cells. Right, machine status still 100%. Well, this is at 99%, but it's still operational. It's not like it's going to not be efficient. I would probably say about 50. I would probably look at about 50% condition before doing the maintenance on the machines. So accept and complete 1 lettuce salad via the menu. So we'll talk to this gentleman. He'll take it to the customer. I've noticed we've got other vans. So I'm wondering, because we've got multiple vans here, well, lorries, trucks, as guys in the USA would call them, we call them lorries. Because we've got 2 loading zones already This door is part of the factory expansion in upcoming content and will be available in a later tier. So I don't know if this is available as of yet in the game, but we'll probably find out later on. Because I'm assuming that I don't know if you have a max of 2 loading zones or you can have a max of like an entire fleet. Right. So the game still, even though I loaded pre-cut lettuce from the previous tutorial, the game still counted it as that. So what we've pretty much done is we bypassed the actual cutting and we went straight to the washing and then through to the machining. Right. So it's 72. 72, we got 72 lettuce, 54 thin wall bowls. So we'll load. So when I was watching someone else play the game, it was 60 for this, but again, it might vary depending on it. So that's 60. 66. I need at least 72. This might be more than enough. Nope. Exact match. 72 on the thin wall bowls and 72 on the salad label machine. And they want 72 targets. So there's 6 in each bowl. There's 6 lettuces in. Actually, I do have some lettuce here already cut. So I could use this. And we've got 1 late day remaining. But we should be able to get it done by today. So I'm just gonna, well, that isn't pre-cut, but it will still work. Because we do already have pre-sliced lettuces. Not that. So I can just throw these in there like that. There's some more cut lettuces. And we'll see how many boxes are made from these boxes. And then we'll try and sum it up. Today's production shift has ended. Production input can be used again tomorrow. What? Really? We've got one. Oh dear. Now I didn't. Again, this is going to be different. Look at the lettuce. Lettuce. Why is that machine stopped? Oh no, it's moving now. 96% on the condition. What is going on with this lettuce? Now it's going back in. It's going in the packaging machine and then it's going to be going into the lettuce salad. Oh, I've only just noticed that there's a screen that literally follows your camera. The machine is like you need to look up here to see what you are packing. Exactly. Is that so right, let's get rid of this box for now. I don't think there's any more coming through. So we might end up getting into trouble with the contactor. So I'm just sticking these in here. We've got some of these still here. The truck has arrived. So we've got 6 labels still in there. 6 labels still in that one. So they need 72. And we've got another order for 36. So we'll get the Xlivon Produce Co. sorted before we do the Vorlith Provisions Co. What? Unlock a tier 4 for $50 a day. So when I get to tier 4, I can unlock a worker to help. Vehicle, we got a forklift truck which you can unlock at tier 12. We're currently tier 2, so it's going to take a while to go up that way. Is this still so we're going to need some more lettuce. I don't even know how much we've got at the moment. Before I order that, let's load up. So that's 1 box. 2 box. 3 box. 4 boxes. 5. So will it actually tell me? So there's 30 in the truck at the moment out of 72. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll get 5 more boxes of lettuce. We've got another box here. So now we just wait for the rest of the boxes to come through and we'll see if we've made more than enough. What do we do? What happens if you press... I'm not going to do it on this machine. For example, we go here. Oh, it only exit you out of the UI. Any more boxes? Got 12 left. We might have more than enough for this delivery. $60. Didn't it already say we had 60? What did we have? So I'm just curious if it's actually coming through. I'm just wondering if when you've placed it into the truck, it tells you how many currently are in the truck. So let's have a look. Let's put that up there. Gets taken into the machine. Goes through the dryer. So we've got a merge machine, you've got a commodity splitter machine, you've got an elevated conveyor belt, and you've got a commodity filter machine. So if you're doing two orders at once, that's probably when you use the commodity splitter and the commodity filter machine. Product catalog removed from active production. Juicy tomatoes in packaging, refreshing and ready to eat. That will unlock at tier 3. Kale salad. Unlock at tier 16. Tier 18 for arugula salad. Arugula salad. Peppery arugula in a handy pack, ready to toss on your plate. Tender spinach leaves, packed light, perfect for an easy salad base. That comes at tier 19. Product demand is 60 to 360 units, and the unit price is $70 a unit, I think. Colourful red lettuce leaves, packed neatly, adding a mild crunch and vibrant colour to your salad. Unlock at tier 20. Is that actually red lettuce? I wonder if there is red lettuce that you can buy from the supermarket. So this is like a bug form if you encounter bugs. So we got 60. $72, there we go. Send the bloke off. So So this is a storage location. Maybe we should clear some of this up. So we'll put that there. This here. Try and put all these together. Don't think the boxes can stack on each other. They can. So that's good. I like that. That way you're not having to use up multiple spaces. Unless you've got a bunch of items. I'm just curious if we have a restocker where they can load up the warehouse. And one where they can fill up the machine with the products. Just going to get rid of that comment because we don't need that comment now. So we've claimed that. We got a 36 and a 48. So how many things we've got? Label empty and packaging empty. So 36. 36. 36. 36. So 36. We'll probably go over the 36. Because if we can do it where the machine has the right amount, but you do want to make sure you don't, because I don't know how much label, I don't know how many labels you can fit in the machine. I don't know if it's like 100. So we've already got $7,772 in the account. No, wrong machine. So the box, this box is going to make 6 for 36. 36. Then we need to do the same with the thin wall. Just like so. It'll probably leave us with one box again, like the labels. Go, that should be 36 of each. 36 and 36. So if we just click maintenance, does that? Yeah, so maintenance, when you hit the maintenance button, it makes it go back to 100%. So I know I said I'll do it about 50%, but I was just seeing what would happen. And we're going to set the processing speed to fast and see what happens. I don't know how the battery thing works with 100%. I don't know if later down the line that's like an emergency battery or something in case a power cut or something. So they want 36. Like 4, see what that does. So 16:46 in game. I wonder what time you have to start a new day. Three days left, so we've got 24 out of 36. Try and get, I think it's about 2000 in game time when you finish the day. So when you've got, I think the processing speed increases the wear and tear on the processing line. 76, 76. Packaging stock empty, refill packaging through. Oh, we're out of packaging. Oops. The labels are empty as well. So let's Let's turn that machine off for now. It shouldn't continue. Let's start this machine back up. Okay. Um, so I think I don't know. So we can still use the machine. So 2000 is the end of day in the game. Buy another one just to see. So we're at 102 thin wall bowls now. So I don't know if there's a max quantity you can have in a machine, because I thought it'd be like 100 or max, but the max might be 200. So we'll do that for the labeling machine as well. Can you only max 30? Max 20. So you get a max of 20 label boxes. So this is probably where you would order a batch of vegetables and labels and the thin wall bowls. So we can't do any more today in the game, because it's hit 2000 in game. So what I'm doing at the moment is just restocking the machines ready for the next order. But that way we've got everything ready for the next day, so we can literally just accept it and just be on with it. So we might end up hitting over 102 with the boxes I've got here. So if you're ordering a stack of boxes, just so you know, you can't put like 30 in. It maxes out at 20 boxes. So if you think about, so whoops, 20, no 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So that's 20 boxes. So if you got, so if I get the calculator, so 20 times, say if you get 5 times 5 stacks of 20, so 20 times 5, you're gonna have 100 boxes in total for either the labels or the thin wall bowls. But if you did 20 times 10, you'd get 200 boxes. So I use a calculator. I use a calculator because I'm very bad at maths, so I rely on a calculator, which is helpful. So yeah, because I use the calculator on my computer, but I've also got a handheld calculator which is rechargeable. So, but I don't know where I've put that at the moment. So I'm gonna put these up here. But like I said, the higher the processing, so we're at fast. So this machine condition is at 85. So I am just doing this. Because it is the end of the day, so the machines don't need to be running when you're not operational. Because I don't know what they're going to do with, like, I know there'll probably be bills later down the line that you have to pay for, like electricity and stuff. So it might be worth getting in the swing of at 2000 in game to remember to turn off the machines when you're not using them. You don't have to, but at the end of the day, I know it's not as close to real life, but if you think about it, machines always get turned off when they're not being used, so they don't overheat, they don't burn out, they're not wearing and tearing, and then you just start it up again the next day, ready for your shift. So like I said, please like and subscribe, and also turn on post notifications. I don't know why I keep saying that, because before you used to say turn on post notifications, but now YouTube is all different, so you don't need to do that anymore. Let's put that there. So I'm just doing something behind the scenes here that you can't see. I'm going to be updating the stinger. Trying to think trying to come up with a good color here. Oops. But yeah, the game releases tomorrow. How long is it now? Steam. So the game approximately unlocks in 10 hours. Approximately 10 hours. Like I said, there is a link to the store page for the game. So if you do want to get the game as soon as it releases, then click the link, and I hope you will enjoy the game as much as I am. I'm enjoying it. I don't know what else they're going to add to the game, to be fair, because it is early access currently. Coming to early access, so they'll probably have some great things that they will release in the game later down the development line. Of course, we don't know when. We don't know when they will. When it comes out of early access, it might be a while, but don't expect it to come out of early access too soon, because it is under development, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't understand. Like you can literally create a game, think it's working, but then the issue you're going to have is that the game's going to contain bugs, regardless of how you've done the coding or the blueprints. I believe, I don't know if this is Unreal Engine or Unity. I'm going to say this is developed with Unreal Engine. Possibly just purely fact by going by the water animation on this machine. So I'm going to say that this was developed with Unreal Engine 5 or a newer version of Unreal Engine. As I've always mentioned, I have had a bit of experience with Unreal Engine. Because a while ago I was working on a game myself. It was a survival horror game. But at the moment, the development for that game will come back. I'll just have to make sure when I start doing the development again, I am to try and do episodes of my development process for the game. I'll have to try and remember to showcase as well how far I'm getting in development. So when that happens, it will show you behind the scenes of everything. Most of the time, developers will play the game within the Unreal Engine or the Unity engine to see how the performance works. But like I said, it's you just gotta think when a game is in early access, you know, don't don't start giving developers hard time saying, "Oh, it's got this bug, this game's, rubbish, it's not as I expected, da da da." You know, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes for creating just one game. Then on top of that, you've got possibly a 3D modeling that you've got to do, like you got a way you model your own machines and stuff. Then you've got to animate um, objects for it to move. Um, then you might have assets um, that you can get from Fab on Epic Games. Then you've got the audio side of things, possibly voice acting from people. So put all that into consideration. But the main thing that games are going to have straight away is bugs. There's no way you can create a game where it's bug free. It's impossible. And if you can do a game where it's bug free, then give yourself a pat on the back and have yourself a round of applause. But from my experience with Unreal Engine, it's not as easy as you think it is. Like, if you was to watch the developer behind the scenes and you moaned about how bad the game is in early access, if you was behind the scenes watching the developers every step, you would soon understand why games are going to contain bugs on the start of releases, demo launches, everything like that. Like my game, when I get back into the coding side of it again, I'm not going to turn around and say I'm going to release a game that is bug free, because I know 9 out of 10 cats, you are not going to have a game that's bug free. You're always going to have a bug somewhere. And if you've got a large amount of people playing the game, not everybody is going to encounter the same bug as such. It's most of the time the bugs are different for different people. Like, say my character froze, but the other player's character didn't freeze, or my character froze and their forklift froze. It's not going to be the same bug that you're going to get as what another player is going to get. And the thing with bugs is you get rid of bugs, but when you're in the process of getting rid of bugs, something else is going to break along the line. It can't be avoided. So when you fixed a bug, something's going to break in the code. So then you've got to rework the code. When you've got that bit out the way, you're going to encounter another bug. So then you fix another bug, and then it's going to just break something else. And it's going to keep happening like that until a game is completely developed and completely free of bugs. But like I said, don't expect a game to be bug free as soon as it hits demo release or early access, because it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. So if you're wanting to complain about people's games and how bad they are, that's your loss. Like I play many games. I look at I don't really look at the reviews as such. It might say overwhelming directly negative. I won't read what other people are saying. I'd rather play the game myself and not rely on other people's um, comments to the game. Um, it's just how I play games. Like, if there's a game that's got a massive. The other thing as well with Steam is, I think it's about 50 or 90% or 80% negative reviews will hide that game from the store because of the amount of negative reviews that's being put onto that game. A lot of developers would say, not a lot of developers would say, but a lot of people would say, when you're doing a review and you make a review, if you select receive the game for free, it won't be classed as a review. It will still be in the pool of reviews on Steam. But it's like when I do reviews for games, yes, most of the time I have keys for them. I'll activate the key on Steam. But the thing is, I won't say I received the product for free because I know it impacts on the Steam side of things. So I never select I received this game for free. I might have done it once or twice in the past, but then I realized when I found out and did some research on what actually happens when you checkbox that and then leave your review, it has an impact on the developer themselves with whatever the game is. But the main key fact is, when a game comes out in demo or early access, don't start throwing negative reviews and only have like 6.3 hours on record, because I see a lot of Steam reviews where players have only played 6.3 hours of the game and just negative review straight away. I play games as long as I can, especially with demos. I will play demos to the point as far as the demo will let me go. And even on demo games, I've done loads of demo videos. I've done loads of demo streams on the channel. When I play the demo, I've not really left a review because it's a demo. It's not the actual full release of the game in early access. So it's pointless me doing a review on a demo because you're not gonna you won't get the full game experience with a demo. So the only time you would probably see my name on Steam with a review is because I've either played the full early access and my thoughts of what could improve. I wouldn't say it's not worth your money, it's not worth this, it's not worth that. I would say in my reviews, I enjoyed the game. Yes, I encountered a few bugs, but it was early access. And then I would say, I would recommend this to someone. And then sometimes I will put like recommendations on the review for the developer to view and say, right, I recommend that, for example, I recommend you have a wider door frame because the NPC gets stuck on it and it just gets stuck there, and then or the other AI just gets stuck. I would say I would recommend having a bigger door frame. That way they can walk through the doorway. That's how I would lay out my reviews. I wouldn't turn around and say, it's not worth the while, it's not worth your money, it's not this, it's not that. Because what I don't want to do is leave negative reviews for games, because I know it affects that game on Steam. Like I'm sure it's like 80 or 90%. I think when it gets to the 80-90% negative reviews, it actually hides the game from the Steam store. And that's why it's really awkward to find some games that you may like that you've never known that's on Steam, because before you even saw that game, it's probably had an X amount of negative reviews and it's just been hidden on Steam, and you got to do a lot of deep diving to find that particular game you're wanting to play, or you thought, oh, I want to have this game, or I want to try playing this game. It will be hidden and it won't be on the front page of Steam. So you've got to do a lot of typing in, finding where it's going to be on Steam. But like I said, I'm only saying that because I've had experience developing a game with Unreal Engine 5, and I know for a fact that my game may contain bugs, and it's just purely just how the development process goes with games. Like, I would never say to people, this game is going to be bug free. It's not. It's never going to happen. You're always going to have a bug in a game somewhere. So if there's a solo developer or a group of you, when you're all picking out, bits from the pool of like feedbacks and stuff, some developers will try and reproduce that bug, and if they can't reproduce it, sometimes they will turn around and say, have you got like footage, like a video or a screenshot of it? Because they're not always going to be able to reproduce the bug that you have encountered personally, because it's not that easy. And again, it's once you've fixed a bug and you've moved it to the side, something else is going to break. So then you're going through the code or the blueprints of however you've coded the game. You're going through, right, I've done this is broken, so let's try and reevaluate the code. So they'll go, right, let's take that, let's replace it with that. Now let's see what happens. Yes, the game works. Uh-oh, another bug. So you've had a fix out the way. Now you've got another bug. So you're trying to squish that bug in the code, and you're like, right, we've got rid of that bug. Done. Something else breaks. So you've got to keep going through the code. And the thing is, when people leave negative reviews, like, just most of them are trolls. They're just trolling the Steam page for fake reviews. Because if you look at any of my reviews on my Steam profile, I've got quite a few reviews I've done. And what I'm going to do is I'll try and find out. So I've done 25 reviews in total on my Steam account. Okay. So I'm going to pull up the screen here, because this is what I'm going to show you. So these are all my reviews that I've done for games. Like, yes, not recommended, but that's not that is sort of a negative review, but that's only because the developer for Beer Factory just vanished into the void. And I said, I have not played this game for some time. Since the developer has disappeared, MIA, missing in action, in quote from a community manager, Gundo hasn't contacted me yet, but I am pretty active contact with the publishers, and from what it seems, they are also pretty annoyed that he still hasn't contacted the publishers. Gundo, in the time frame of 7/23/24 at 15:17 p.m, something has happened, or that he is clearly not communicating anymore with the community. The publishers have contact with Gundo, but it seems as a miss in the Discord community. The developer used to be really active. Gundo used to be really active with the Beer Factory Discord, and he was always talking to people. There was a few times where I was able to DM Gundo himself for Beer Factory and asking, oh, what's coming up next. He would always relay that information back to me. And then after that, what happened is he just went silent. Nobody had a clue what was going on. And he closed all of his DMs, so you couldn't DM him anymore. And then so this is what, now if you look at the bottom, it says, so at the moment, this game is a negative review. If the game picks back up, again, I will change this review for a more positive feedback. So that review alone is a temporary negative review for the Beer Factory game. Now, since I had that, see, as you can see, I've had 49.1 hours on record for playing that game before I did a review. Most of the reviews you would see would have 6.3 or 2.3 hours on record. That's because they haven't played the game all the way to the point where the game has a boundary. So it could be a demo, it could be early access. Early access, yes, you can keep playing and playing and playing. Demos, some demos will have a cutoff point, or some of them will let you still play till your heart's content. But again, the with Beer Factory, a new developer has took over from that game. It's not Gundo anymore, and the publishers for that game are no longer the publishers for the game. The new developer for Beer Factory, his name's on the developer tab, his name's on the publisher tab, because how he got control of that game or received that game is he paid for the license for that game. So he paid the license to have that game in his possession, so he could continue on with the game from where the other developer left from. And Beer Factory, believe it or not, was first coded with blueprints with Unreal Engine. Now, I didn't know this until Gundo told me himself that it was all blueprints. Even one of the community managers in the Beer Factory Discord community said it was purely built on blueprints. Now that the new person is the new developer for Beer Factory, it's no longer blueprinted, it's C++. Because he's converted blueprints to C++. The thing with Unreal Engine, I don't know if you can do it with Unity, but with Unreal Engine, you can convert blueprints to C++, but you cannot do C++ to blueprints. You can't do that. You can only do it from blueprints to C++, not the other way around. Like I said, the reason why I know most of this information is because I have played with Unreal Engine myself. I've been playing with blueprints. I've been playing with C++, because I'm trying to get my brain to process which is going to be easier for me to understand. Now, me personally, I would start developing the survival horror, which was a game I was working on before I postponed that development, because I was waiting for my mate to pick up the coding, because it was purely just me to begin with. But not only just that, while I was coding, I was also 3D modeling with Blender myself. And it was a bit difficult, because it was more hard work that I'm doing the coding and the 3D modeling at the same time, along with actually trying to get the game to work to the point where I can play test it. And I had to step back from the development for a while, because I was getting too stressed. I was getting just annoyed with it. Things would work, things would break, and I was like, I'm just going to step back. I'm going to, recalm my body before I can get back into development again. but hopefully when I do pick up the game development again, hopefully my friend can help me, and he's got a daughter that does Blender modeling. She does 3D modeling. So we're going to try and get her on board as well. And then all we've got to do between the three of us is to come up with a studio name that hasn't already been used. But it won't be in like an office building like Rockstar Games, for example. We would be doing it from our own homes. So we're still like a company, but it's again, even though it's a company name, it's not, it wouldn't technically be registered as a company. It would be it might be called something like Gaming Guys Studio or something like that. And I may open up a second channel where it's just going to contain my game development process along with my main YouTube. But I don't know yet. I might still have it all on one main channel. But if I do take the route of opening up a second YouTube channel, just for purely my Unreal Engine developments, like a vlog sort of channel, I will mention that either in a video or in my posts on my community tab on my channel. But like I said, that's if I take that route. But again, I don't know yet. I've got to figure out how well it's going to go. But like I said, the reviews, most of my reviews are all positive. Like this one is a not recommended. Yes, I've only had 0.5 hours on record, but that's because it was a demo for Psychiatrist Simulator 2. And after I did the showcasing on the channel for this game, my average score is 4 out of 10. That's because there's been no more updates coming to that game to boost it anymore. But like I said, I do have a few negative reviews, like there, Hand Simulator. Yeah, you could use your mouse, but it was really awkward. They should have implemented it a bit better. And then Fairground 2, which is a very old game that I reviewed in 2020. And but again, Fairground 2 was abandoned. Nobody took over from it. Nobody took over from the original developer to give it more content. So it was, because 1.4 hours on record, it was a short game anyway. It wasn't a massive game that you could get. It's like Signal Simulator. I've had 134.4 hours on record of playing just that game, and 208.3 hours on record for playing Emerge NYC, and 52.6 hours on record for Flashing Lights, and Construction Simulator 81.6 hours on record. So most of my reviews are more than 1.2 or 6 or 3.2 hours on record. The only time you would see my reviews on like a 1.4 hours is if the game isn't big enough and it's not long enough, or for example 0.5 hours on record. It's how long the game is. And again, yes, it's 0.5 hours on record, but that's because the game's not big like these simulator games that you have right now. But mine are normally between 0.5 and 1.2 hours on record. It all depends on how big the game is and how far I can go in the game. Most of the time, like the Psychiatrist Simulator 2, it's very competitive. You get the same people over and over and over again, and you're just in a loop, and it's just really irritating. And especially when the game is not getting updated, it's just, I thought, yes, I did a review for the developer, but my honest feedback is the game is not. I don't know if the game's had any updates recently. I doubt it very much, but again, that's the only time you'll see my reviews at a 0.5 or a 1.2 hours. But most of them, I try and play the game for as long as I can before placing a review. Like this DLC is 0.0 hours on record, but for Cooking Simulator, I've had more than that. This was just a DLC, and you don't actually. I don't think it actually records hours on record for DLCs. I know it does for main games, for the base game itself. But yeah, these are all my reviews. Like I said, it's not me pushing people away from the game. It's me having an honest opinion, and just I wouldn't turn around and say, "Oh, it's not worth your money." I would say I would recommend it. You can play it and try it yourself. I'm not going to force you to not buy it because it's not fair. But again, that's how I do my reviews on Steam. Save the game. So with that said, I'm going to end that stream here. We've been alive for 1 hour and 52. Like I said, if you did like the stream, then please like, subscribe. And also the game releases tomorrow. So the link to the game will be in the stream description below. So you can click on it and get the game as soon as it releases and start playing your heart's content out of it. Because I reckon that this game is going to have a lot of potential in it, and it depends how far it's going to get updated as well. It might get updated to, like, I don't know, like better machines, like really powerful machines. Not saying it will, but it might happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It might happen. And yeah. With that said, thank you for watching, and I want to say thank you again to the developer. I would say the developer's name, but I keep butchering it, so I want to say thanks to the developer for sending me a key to the game, and hopefully next time I stream or record a video on this game, I may have a bigger production line, and I might be accepting more than one contract at a time. But who knows? You'll have to wait and see for that. And yeah, again, thank you for watching, and thank you for the developer for sending me a key. Till then, I will see you next time.